The FTC press conference really shook up YouTube in a big way. There were so many response videos to it. People were terrified, and rightly so. This gentleman, Agent Smith of the FTC, is frightening. I have not seen a press conference like it before. Usually in a press conference, the person who is being conferenced has microphones shoved in their face from all directions, and they are mostly on the back foot, struggling to keep up with the questions that are being hurled at them by eager reporters. Agent Smith was in complete control of the conference the whole time. He was controlling the pace, he would answer the questions directly, and he would ask for the next question. Usually people who are at a press conference are being bombarded with questions. He was waiting for people to get their act together. So this man I found scary. They start the press conference off by congratulating themselves on winning the case against YouTube, and also acknowledging just how severe a punishment this was on YouTube. Something that's never been seen before, unprecedented, and they went through going through the magnitude of what this punishment was. They let it be known that the fine was so big that it covered the complete budget for their department for a year, saving the taxpayer millions of dollars. Now, he didn't receive an applause from the crowd upon letting them know that, and I thought maybe he'd get an applause at the end. But no, it was just silence. So, his work was not appreciated. So what I felt during this conference was a very deep divide between the people who are quizzing him and between him. The people asking him all the questions were very much on the side of the creator. Many people were shocked and frightened by his quote, "It's going to be like shooting fish in a barrel." YouTube being the barrel and the fish being the creators.
The analogy that I think of, imperfect, is the expression about shooting fish in a barrel. And YouTube is the barrel, and the content creators are the fish.
So that little clip was played over and over by the YouTube commentary community. One of the reporters tried to build up this task to be basically so big that it would be impossible for him to achieve his goal. Stating that there's 25 million channels, 500 hours of video, of 500 hours of content being uploaded per minute. How is he possibly going to be able to do meaningful sweeps through all of the YouTube? I found his response to that question really cool. He said, "I'm going to cull through the 25 million channels expeditiously."
There's a question right in front here.
Thank you, Dave Pereira from Amlex. You've referred multiple times to the sweep that the FTC will conduct on YouTube channels, and it's an important part of the enforcement of this order. Yet there are 23 million channels that upload a combined 500 hours of video every minute. So, given that amount of content, what kind of meaningful sweep can you conduct?
Well, I think that we have a variety of tools at our disposal to cull through those 23 million channels and in an expeditious way.
So the selection of cull, he could have said sort, look through, review. He chose cull. And cull means to selectively slaughter. That's what it means. Directly translate to selectively slaughter. Expeditiously means with speed and efficiency. In response to that question, he basically said, "I am going to slaughter my way through 25 million channels with speed and efficiency." I just thought it was so cool. And then he followed it up with the "I'm going to be shooting fish in a barrel" thing, and that's what the YouTube community was like, "What?" Agent Smith said this, "I'm going to cull through the 25 million channels expeditiously." And I don't think people picked up on how severe what he was saying was. So he had to dumb it down for everyone and say, I am going to shoot fish in a barrel, with YouTube being the barrel and the fish being the creators. He is brutal. He looks like a little teddy bear with his haircut and his suit, his little tie. But this guy is brutal. Right? And he's a boomer. It's a boomer. When boomers went to school, it was okay for their teacher to beat them with a stick if they showed disrespect or were unkempt or for whatever reason, to instill discipline. Right? So this is a time where boomers grew up in. They could go to school and be beaten by their teacher with a stick in front of the entire class, right? So that the rest of the students know what is not tolerated, and they learn, so they go, oh, okay, that's disrespectful, I'm not going to do that, otherwise I'm going to get beaten in front of the entire class. And the teacher could also add insult to injury by making them wear a little hat that says dunce on it and making them stand in the corner for however long they felt the student deserved to be, until they learnt their lesson. This guy is tough, he's serious, he's intelligent, and he means business. So when Agent Smith was using words like slaughter and shooting fish in a barrel, I was a little excited. I wanted to see the slaughter. Finally, someone who's going to take down the channels which the commentary channels that I watch have been complaining about for years. These channels have been targeting children, have been spreading all kinds of content which no one should see, and they are directing this content at children, wasting the kids' time, showing the kid things they shouldn't see, teaching them things that are not good for them, and then exposing them to this targeted advertising and reaping all of this ad revenue from what they're doing. And despite YouTube basically being self-policed by the commentary community, the commentary community is basically the law when it comes to YouTube. They point out things that are wrong and shouldn't be there. You can go into YouTube and you can find there are people stuffing themselves half to death. You can watch a man have a nervous breakdown. You can watch a parent abuse their children. You can watch a young man slap his younger brother across the face in front of millions of his fans. There's nothing family friendly about YouTube. If YouTube wants to claim that it's family friendly, it can't continue to make robots do its job for them. Right? The robots don't have a conscience. The robots don't have a soul. They don't know what is right and wrong. People are hoping that, the robot will learn and become more intelligent, and it will be able to determine between, what is worthy to be on YouTube and what is not worthy to be on YouTube, what can be monetized, what can be not monetized, what is for children and what is not for children, right? The sooner the robot learns all of these things and the smarter it becomes, the sooner the robots will take over the world. See, they were listening to me on my headset and decided to turn me off. Alright? So they're already taking over so much of the world, and now you want to rely on these robots to make these conscious decisions when it doesn't have a conscience. And you've got all of these people out there making channels, taking advantage of young people. And throughout my research on COPPA, I've found that there is an incredible amount of predatory behavior occurring on YouTube that I wasn't aware of. It's so much of it. With the emergence of COPPA, I've been doing more research into COPPA, looking at other channels and seeing what's going on, and parents have every right to be concerned when YouTube has lured them in, claiming to be a family-friendly platform when it is far from the case. And now it wants to try and use robots to make it so. So at this point, when all the memesters out there responded to this boomer with, okay, boomer, they were right, because I see here on the trending page, there are videos that are directed at children. They are trending. They have millions of views, ads on the video, an active comment section, and nothing done. Meanwhile, you've got other channels who do the right thing, have listened to the FTC, have listened to YouTube, have looked at the guidelines, and have followed the rules. They've labeled their videos as for kids. They've lost all of those perks and all of the revenue. But meanwhile, you've still got people out there who don't care, right? They're still playing the system. They're still exploiting the algorithm. They're still exploiting children as well, right? And they're not going to stop until you, Agent Smith, lift your game, live up to your word, live up to all of this big talk about slaughtering people with speed and efficiency. I want to see it. Make an example of somebody so that everyone understands what COPPA is, what it does, and how severely it will punish someone for offending. When I look on YouTube, the only point of view I'm getting is that of the YouTuber, about the money being lost, about the creativity being crushed, and all of that. You don't see the parents. Unless you see it on Dr. Phil, the kid has already been MK Ultra'd into this monster that is out of control, will take years of therapy to repair. Who are the offenders today on the trending page? We hydro-dipped a Nerf blaster 100 times. Preston. Okay, Preston. So this one here is in the trending. It is number 3 on trending. Oh, fucking ads. Number 3 on trending. He is a kid. So here's a kid. He's like, what, I don't know, maybe 13, 14 years old. So here's a kid himself. He's making a video about Nerf guns, which is a kid-directed thing. He's doing crafts, but he's got the comment section active. And even in the comments, you can see people are pissed off. They're like, is this what the 8-year-olds want to be watching these days? Make an example of this kid. Give him a cane. You know, a couple of lashings. Just let him realize, hey, look, YouTube kids, that's where you belong. FAZE rug. So he's a kid. He's just showing off his rich mansion. So it's just a day in the life of a rich 13-year-old. FAZE rug. Why is he still around? Give him a lashing. He's got plenty of cash to splash, you know, give him like the $43,000 fine. I see Prince Harry got booted from the Mushroom Kingdom for trying to ban Fortnite. Oh, here we go. Impossible Rainbow Ball Hide and Seek. So, Rainbow Ball Hide and Seek. They're playing hide and seek. Rainbow. It's called Unspeakable. Agent Smith, if you watch this, you know, like and share. Try and get this to the FTC. Unspeakable. You know, it's right there on trending. Do you even look at YouTube? Do you even sit down and open up your laptop and look at the trending page and go, okay, I'm going to cane them and cane them? Like, what are you doing? Are you still on Christmas holidays? Look at this shit. There you go. I have plenty of ideas for videos, but since 2020 has arrived, these fucking guys, shut up you brats. I have plenty of ideas for videos, but sometimes when I make a video, I'm unsure whether or not I can use a certain prop. I've got lightsabers, blasters, all kinds of toys which I would use as a weapon in a video that I would make, a skit or whatever. But I can't do that anymore because of COPPA. And then when I go onto the trending page, which I don't often do, and I see this just trending with the comment section, ads, it pisses me off. It pisses me right off. So from what I've seen on YouTube so far, the FTC is a joke. They are boomers who don't really know how to use computers. They stepped in with all this big talk, but really, I don't think they have the know-how to follow through with what they were saying. I don't think there is going to be a slaughter, and it's certainly not expeditious, because we are now almost at the end of January. There's been no example set. If I worked for the FTC, by now I would have punished one of the large YouTubers, just to set the tone, so everybody knows, okay, what video got punished? Why did it get punished? Oh no, okay, I've got videos similar to that, I better take them down before the FTC finds me. But there's been none of that. You don't have anything to worry about. Keep playing your Fortnite, keep playing your Nerf guns and all the other shit, because the FTC, these boomers, they don't know how to use computers, they're never going to catch you.